Well, good morning, everyone. Father Hoffa here with your next installment of WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word. Took a little week off last week because I was on vacation. Had the opportunity to be on a cruise with friends of mine up in Alaska. Amazing. If you ever have the chance to do it, it was a bucket list thing for me, but came sooner than I thought it would, and I have to say, do it. Just in craziness, I posted a post on my social media explaining sort of how the last week and a half has gone, but I find myself this morning in Bloomingdale, Ohio at the apostolate for the consecration of the family, or apostolate for family consecration, and also Catholic Familyland. So this amazing camp and property out here. They have camps that they are, or these fests that they run in the summer, and families come this week. This fest, I think there has to be over 900 people here. Just families coming, vacay, camping, all that kind of stuff, but also a great Catholic influence. We're going to have Mass here in just a moment, and a lot of great things. So I'm doing this right before we head into Mass, and this is your WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word, and I'll be heading back to Reading later today. But the beautiful celebration that we have today is St. Thomas the Apostle, and a very important saint for me because he's my confirmation saint. And I remember taking Thomas the Apostle because of that title that he gets, Doubting Thomas. And I remember a priest friend of mine who, when I was in the seminary, gave me a little reflection about Thomas, and his name was Thomas. And he said, some people, I think, get Thomas wrong because they go and, just tab him as this person who doubted Jesus' resurrection. He said, but one of the things that he always took away from that passage in Scripture, when they're in the upper room and Jesus comes to the apostles without Thomas being there, and he presents himself, and then Thomas comes back and they're still in the upper room. And they're like, the Lord is risen. And he's like, I won't believe until I see it. And one of the reflections that I remember this priest telling me was the fact that, if the disciples or the apostles were so excited, why were they still locked up in the upper room? Why weren't they out spreading the good news? And Thomas goes and says, I don't believe, because in some ways his friends, their witness didn't help to sort of solidify the fact that what Jesus did and said was actually what Jesus did and said, because they were acting in a way that maybe wasn't commensurate with what they were telling Thomas. And so he had doubts. And Jesus, we know, comes back and he's like, okay, Thomas, here, put your hand in my side and see that it is me. And he says, that he believes. But I think for us, I think that that's a really important part. And it's been a beautiful reflection while I've been here at Catholic Familyland of the power of our witness. And, there are some times I think where people don't believe because they don't see our belief. And again, that's not solely reliant on us. But at the same time, there are moments where we have to be able to witness to the faith. And if we don't take those moments, and if we don't witness, it could be the real peace that Jesus needs for us to help another person to come to conversion. And if we're not taking those opportunities to witness, people may be like the doubting Thomases and say, hey, why is this Jesus thing so important? Because you're not really excited about it. You're not too happy about living it. And so why should I? We're going to ask St. Thomas today to intercede for all of us, to have that courage to witness boldly, faithfully, with great excitement and faithfulness in the person of Jesus Christ. And as we do that and go out and let people know who Jesus is, it is a great blessing for us to be able to bring people along the path to salvation. And that's what we're called to do as baptized Christians and as Catholics. So here's your next WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word from Ohio. We'll see you back in PA next week. God bless.